Welcome, everyone, to the Miami Sports Vibes YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit the like button for your boy. Listen, I appreciate the feedback that I have gotten lately. I appreciate all the comments. Shout out to every single Dolphin fan that watches this video. If you're a Bills fan, no shout out for you. But I want to talk about something very important that's been on my mind, honestly, and it is predicting the 2024 Miami Dolphins win total. Obviously, last year finishing 11-6. Many people thought we should have been better, myself included. I mean, the way things were going, you kind of felt like the Dolphins were going to be a 12-13 win team. And then all hell broke loose towards the latter half, falling to Baltimore, losing to Buffalo twice, all these things, losing that Titans game that we had in the bag. And the rest is history. Hopefully this year there is less heartbreaks because I feel like we're always, as Dolphin fans, we're always going to have heartbreaks, right? But hopefully this season is different. I'm going to give you guys my honest predictions of how I think this season is going to shape out for the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to go week to week. I'm going to break down the games and just give you guys just my overall win or loss straight up, kind of rapid fire, keep things going. And we start off week one. It's against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Jaguars in Miami. Trevor Lawrence, obviously, just getting a big contract. He's there to stay. I think the Jaguars are going to have a better season than they did last year. They're a team that kind of was knocking on the door the year before. Very well coached. Trevor Lawrence had a little bit of a shaky season. I expect him to bounce back, and I think this is going to be a battle off the rip. Week one, Ramsey is going against one of his former teams. He's going to be up for that game, and it's obviously week one. Opening at home is a big deal. But I think the Dolphins get that W. I don't see them sweating them out, too much. Now, listen, the second game of the season, I mean, talk about matching up against our rival Buffalo Bills just straight off the bat. Week two, primetime slot, Thursday Night Football. I can't stand the Bills, man. I cannot stand the Bills. And last year left a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, losing to Buffalo twice, you got to at least split those games. I'm still upset with Mike McDaniel. I'm still upset with Tua. You cannot fall twice to the Buffalo Bills. You cannot do that. Now this Buffalo Bills team is different. They lost Stephon Diggs. All right, they're not the same Buffalo Bills, so you hear. But I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, the Bills aren't the same. The Bills are trash, because to keep it real, they've owned us regardless. Stephon Diggs or not, it doesn't matter. Josh Allen under center has owned the Miami Dolphins. I hate to admit it, but it's the freaking truth. I can't stand the Bills. But I got to give credit, man. Like, it's just the truth. If you don't want me to say it no more, because I definitely don't want to say it, Dolphins got to literally go out there and beat them. Hopefully they beat them twice this year. Do I see that happening? I guess it remains to be seen. But for this matchup, week two, listen, primetime slot. I got the Dolphins winning this game. And it's like, dang, Nando, every time I say I'm not going to do it, I end up believing again. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone. Dolphin fans, you know how this goes. I'm actually going to pick the Dolphins to beat Buffalo week two in Miami. I think they're going to get up for this game. I think they still have a bad taste in their mouth, dropping 2 games to Buffalo the year prior. Listen, go take care of business right off the rip. Start off 2-0. Things are feeling good. And head on to week 3, where we take on the Seattle Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks are not the same Seahawks that you've seen as of late. Very different team. Very different. I don't think Pete Carroll's not even there anymore. But playing in Seattle is tough. The 12th man is a real thing. They are going to be loud as hell in that game. But when it comes to a talent standpoint, I think the Dolphins are way up here and Seattle's down here. Therefore, I'm picking the Dolphins to win that game on the road. Maybe it's not an easy one. I don't think it will be with the 12s over there, but I got the boys starting off 3-0. Now, week 4, Monday Night Football. So you got 2 games out of the first 4 primetime television against the Tennessee Titans. You guys saw what happened last year. Everybody remembers that disastrous game where we're up 27-13 and blow the game in the fourth quarter with like 5 minutes left. Truly heartbreaking. I would say that the Dolphins want to get back at the Tennessee Titans for doing that, but it wasn't really something that the Titans did. It was pretty much the Dolphins just blew that game on their own. There's nobody to blame but the Miami Dolphins. So it's hard for you to say, I'm circling that on my calendar And this Titans team is way better now. Without Mike Vrabel, which is crazy to me still, they've improved. Tony Pollard over there. You got DeAndre Hopkins. You got Calvin Ridley. That tandem right there is sick. The Tennessee Titans have improved their team, and they are a team to watch out for. I think they're going to make some freaking noise. I think they have a shot of winning the division over the Houston Texans. I definitely think they're making it to the playoffs, and they are going to be a team that if they're not on anybody's radar just yet, they are going to be on everybody's radar this season. And unfortunately, I actually have the Tennessee Titans beating us at home. Hate to admit it, but I think we lose there. So after winning 3 in a row, I have us losing our first game. That's week 4 against the Titans. So that brings us to 3-1. Dolphin fans, we're still feeling good here. All right, so the next week, well, next week is New England. And every time we play the Patriots, you just want to dominate, especially going up in New England. Even though Bill Belichick is not there anymore, even though there's no more Tom Brady, they're still the Patriots, man. You want to take care of business and you want to just beat them down. They had too many years of success where we were at the bottom and they were at the top. It's time to continue flipping that script like we've been doing. I think the Dolphins take care of business. I think they win that game in New England. I think we do big things on that one. I don't even think it's going to be close. We have a bye week on week 6, which I absolutely hate. So after we're starting at my prediction would be 4-1 at this point. We have a bye week. I hate the early bye week. I mean, you have 18 weeks total in the season. You're playing 17 games, and our bye week is so early. Like, we need bye weeks later. Do you see the injury history with the Miami Dolphins? We get injured towards the late end of the season. That is when Armstead needs more rest. That is when things happen. Dang. Man, come on, NFL. Help us out. Early bye week, absolutely hate it. But coming off the bye week, we end up playing the Indianapolis Colts in Indy. Anthony Richardson, by the way, people forget about him, but he's going to be playing this year, and he's going to be making some noise, man. Absolutely love him. I think he's going to be a great young quarterback in this league. I think he showed a lot of glimpses of potential, and I think he's going to hit the ground running, man. I expect him to do big things this year, but I got the Dolphins winning the game in Indy. I actually think it's going to be close. I think this is going to be one of those games where Dolphins come out of bye a little bit flat. They should beat up on this team, but there's always those games where the games you should win and the games you should blow out just don't happen that way. But I got the Dolphins winning this game and headed on to week 7, where we take on the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray is back. They just drafted this kid Harrison, man. I mean, the dude is going to be a stud wide receiver. He's going to be making some noise, but we got guys like Jalen Ramsey, Kendall Fuller. I'm not worried about it. I think the Dolphins take care of business. I think they pick up that win and cruising along to play the Buffalo Bills. But now this time, you're on the road. You're in Buffalo. Now, mind you, I picked us to beat the Bills week 2. I don't think the Dolphins are at a level where they could beat the Bills twice in a season. I cannot say that. I wish I could, but I'm going to give respect to the Bills here and say that we split against the Bills. I think we win our home game, and I think they win theirs. And then another Monday Night Football slot against the Los Angeles Rams. Listen, the Rams are a team that made the playoffs last year. Plenty of people thought they weren't going to make some noise, and they freaking did, man. Shout out to Matthew Stafford and them boys over there. However, I think the Dolphins pick up a win. I think it's going to be a hell of a game, but I like the Dolphins on that one. Next, the Las Vegas Raiders come into Miami. I absolutely think that's not even a close game. Yeah, I just think we handle the Raiders. Give me the Dolphins on that one. Next, the Dolphins at home against the New England Patriots. I think we sweep the Patriots this year. I don't trust the Patriots at all. I think they're going to have a struggle. Rookie quarterback. I think he's going to take a little bit of some time to develop, and I got the Dolphins on that one. So at this point, I mean, we're looking pretty good. At this point, I have the Dolphins only losing 2 games, 12 weeks into the season. But here's where things get hard, man. I think this stretch is going to be tough, just like last year, towards the tail end of the season, a tough end of the season schedule. It was absolutely hard for us, man. Literally playing the Green Bay Packers at Green Bay, the New York Jets at home, at Houston, home to San Fran, at Cleveland, and then playing the New York Jets in MetLife Stadium. That is a brutal way to end the season. But you know what? I like it because even though it's tough and it's going to stress us out, Dolphin fans, this is exactly where last year we were able to see where we were headed to the playoffs. You played Buffalo, you played Baltimore, and we looked like crap, right? And then what happens? We went to KC, first round of the playoffs, and got smacked and looked like crap. It's just the reality. We were able to see where we were, which was not ready at all and not as good of a team as we thought we were in the beginning of the season. You can blame the injury. I'm talking about solely results. The Dolphins were not ready, and this is where you're able to find out. Are you ready for the playoffs? You're going to play good teams. What do you need to build on? What do you need to improve on? Heading into the season, you'll have plenty of film here. So fans that are freaking out about the tail end of the schedule, embrace it. They're going to be good games, and we're going to get a lot out of these games. We're going to be able to see where the Dolphins are and if they're really contenders as we all expect them to be. So let's talk about it. At Green Bay, Lambeau Field, primetime, Thursday Night Football. Again, another primetime game. I got the Dolphins winning this game, man. It's going to be tough playing in Lambeau. Jordan Love looked really good last year. The Packers looked really good last year. They're still young. I think the Dolphins are a better team. Give me the Dolphins to win that game. And now, week 14 against the New York Jets in Miami. I think the New York Jets, unfortunately, beat us in our place. I just have a feeling things are going to go down that way. The Jets have Aaron Rodgers coming back. They've improved their team. I don't see us beating the Jets twice. I think we split just like Buffalo, go 1-1. I think they take the home game, and I'll explain why later. So I got the Jets on that one, unfortunately. Next, at Houston, the Houston Texans, man. C.J. Stroud looks unbelievable. Picking up Stephon Diggs, I think, was huge for them. That playoff experience that they gained last year with that rookie head coach now is not a rookie head coach anymore. These boys are ready. They got next, and C.J. Stroud is the real deal, man. I'm not even going to lie to you. I got the Dolphins losing this game, and unfortunately, 2-game losing streak. First losing streak of the season. It's going to sting. It's going to have people pissed off, freaking out. I already see it. But it is what it is, and now we're going at home. Okay, we're back at home, but we're taking on the 49ers. I mean, geez. I don't see us winning. I don't. Simple as that. I see us competing, but I do not see us winning. I think the 49ers have potential to win the championship this season, to be honest with you. I got the Niners winning that game. Next, a game in Cleveland, Sunday Night Football, another primetime game in Cleveland. Now, I think we're a better team than Cleveland, but that Cleveland defense is serious. I think the Cleveland Browns are going to be an improved bunch this season. I think they're going to turn things around and kind of head towards the right direction. Cleveland at home with that defense, I'm going to think that they stress us out, and I think they take that game. Unfortunately, that's a 4-game losing streak for the Miami Dolphins. Stressful, but hey, I had it going well towards the beginning of the season. I like that because it provides some cushion. Now the final week is against the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. I think the Dolphins finish out the season with a win, winning in MetLife. That's what they usually do. They own MetLife Stadium time and time again. Everybody knows the MetLife takeover is a real thing. I think the Dolphins end up with a win, and I think they get into the playoffs. Whether they win the division or not, that'll come on another video. But I have the Dolphins finishing 11-6 this season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you agree. Let me know what you think the Dolphins win total will be. And let me know which games you disagree with. Chime in, make sure to subscribe, and hit the like video for more.